Alright, what up everybody? I just want to say I got all the ingredients I need. I got a new mount actually. It's supposed to be like a little selfie stick. It's a tripod mount. So now I can start recording the videos better and I'm proud about that. But yeah, first of all, I'm gonna get started off with my carrots. So, what I seen what Josh was doing, just do that, kind of turn for a nice little presentation look. First time I ever did it like this, but it looks pretty good. I see exactly what you mean. There you go. Now I'll just cut this corner off. Now everything for my ingredients, I have it inside here. This is like a cup, this is a cup, and then this is 2 cups. I never realized that until I looked at it now. So we just got bell corn pieces inside here. Well, carrot, I meant carrot pieces. Still trying to wake up a little bit. See that? Rotate it, cut it down. Looking good. I never actually cut it like this, but honestly, I do see a big difference in the presentation for it. And I'm so happy. I'm looking right now. I see my tripod sitting up, and I just see the best footage I could possibly get to. So easy. I'm not trying to move too much since my phone's so heavy. I have it propped up on something. And I'm gonna get one more carrot down. This is looking good already. I love the formation of how the carrots are shaping itself. There's that. And then there's that last piece. So we got about a cup of carrots. And I just contact Josh, Chef Josh, and I accidentally got red wine vinegar when I'm just supposed to get some red wine. So whenever I take my dog to go get groomed, I'm going to go buy a bottle of some red wine so I can make it the legit recipe. So I cannot wait. I'm excited for this. So I'm gonna go out pretty soon before this is done. Take off the skin. Best way I do this, I just put a little bit of the knife in, peel off the first layer. I cut enough of these at work because I'm always cutting onions for pico and some different types of stuff that requires it. So I've been pretty used by peeling onions. So right now I'm just gonna go make some dices out of this, like a little bit bigger size cubes. So gonna do that, and I think yes I have to do this because I remember my chef just showed me this. Make some little slices like this. Do this a little bit and start chopping down. There we go. Don't want to cut my finger. Keep going down. I'm just going to cut these right here like this because this spot's kind of borderline getting bad. Go break this you get some little straws, little tiny bits of cubes. I'll throw this inside the other cup one. And honestly, I thought it was just a little to-go container. I don't know where my girlfriend got this at, but it's pretty useful. if you want to measure out cups and all that stuff with these type of ingredients. So this is going to be my 1 large onion. And the same thing, I'm just gonna, instead of going down the middle of it, I'm just gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do the slices. There we go. There's some nice little cubes. Perfect. I don't like when I get down to the onion tip point, it's like right here, so I usually just press my fingers on this and just press down, because onions tend to slip, and it's a big violation, I feel like, because it's not safe, you know what I mean? It's not. So there goes about a cup of this. Let me get all these off real fast. And that's what we're working with so far. We got about a cup of onions, and this is a full onion, and then about a cup of carrots. So we got these done pat. So now what we're gonna be working on, I never actually did a fresh garlic. I never had. Oh, okay, so you just peel it off. Okay, so just peel off the top of this. So I don't know if this is right or not, but I'm hoping it is. I, like what I said, never actually did a fresh garlic. I always wanted to, but I just never actually considered doing it, because I usually, one of my recipes for my chicken that I make it all the time. It actually requires some minced garlic, so I just usually buy the minced garlic in a can. But I bet this would taste so much better, honestly. So honestly, I'm gonna start buying this more. So he said about 2 of these. I mean, garlic, you cannot go wrong with garlic. I mean, you can't add too much though. I realized that before in the past. So you just want to get the right amount. I feel like this big roast, it should require 2. See. Okay, so I have always seen this on videos, but I think what I just have to press it on this and then, oh, okay. So that's all you do. I'm actually kind of shocked that I was able to do that. I don't know why. Okay, there you go. Oh, yes. I love the way fresh garlic smells so much better. There you go. Oh, that is perfect. I honestly might start buying some fresh garlic just because of how it tastes. There you go. Okay, you only need to do a little tap. There's that. This is sweet. Okay, so I just got done crushing all of this. It's actually pretty good that I was able to do this. No complications. I don't know if you could really keep this part in, but I'm just gonna cut it off. Better safe to be sorry. Oh, that actually turned out really good. Stem off or the skin. Kind of crushed this one a little too hard, but it's okay. It's all gonna be cooked up anyways. So I'm gonna start this video again whenever I crush up the second one, so the video is not too long. But I will see you soon. Okay, so now that I got all my minced garlic chopped up on the bottom, and then of course all that other stuff, now it is on to the mushrooms. So I love mushrooms. I eat them all the time. So we're just gonna cut them in even cubes. Maybe like one more each. I feel like these should be good like that. Because these are pretty big mushrooms and I didn't realize it. So we're just gonna go cut them like this. Cut them again on this side. Cut this again. Gotta watch out for my fingers. There goes a bunch of mushrooms sliced up. I did wash this beforehand. Cut it in one half, and then to another half, and then cut those halves and those halves. Cut those. Cut the half and a half, and then a half and a half. That looks like it's about right. And I guess I'm gonna do about 4 mushrooms because these are all pretty big. Let's do that. Mushrooms, I love mushrooms. I know I shouldn't do this, and I realized like what I was doing wrong. So anytime I tried to caramelize onions, I would put mushrooms in, and I forgot that the mushrooms have like a water consistency, so it kind of forms water and it doesn't really caramelize the onions. So after I got done doing that, I kind of realized, I was like, yes, I'm doing it wrong. Alright, so I seen some little critters coming down in here, so I'm gonna go rewash these before I actually put it with everything else. Did not want to be having me some little critters. Alright, so let me go wash these again. Then I think this is all I have to do, so that I can start on my bacon, and then I can start on my chuck roast. So I'm excited. I'm gonna go get some wine, and then we're gonna do it the legit way instead of using the red wine vinegar. But yeah, thank you. All right, so I got some news. I just got back from the winery. I talked to a wine specialist, and then she told me to get this bottle of wine. I guess it's made for the Beyond. I think that's how you pronounce it. So I did get a right bottle of wine. We're gonna cut this up on this cutting board. I'm gonna use it just for this, and then for this cutting board, I'm gonna cut up. It's just 2 to 3 pieces, but I might do 4 pieces because I love bacon so much. So I got all the tools I need, and we are going to get started. So I hope you enjoy, and I cannot wait to taste this. All right, so I just got back from the store. I did just show you guys, I believe, so the wine I got. So I got the right wine. I got this cutting board for the bacon, and I got this cutting board for the chuck pot roast. So I'm excited. We're gonna go start off with the bacon. I'm gonna do about like 2 to 3 pieces, maybe 4, because I love myself some bacon. So we will get this going. Okay, so let's go open up this bacon. No time for packaging and unpackaging it the right way. Just gonna cut it a little bit. It's gonna take out about 4 pieces, just because I mean I don't feel like I can mess it up just by doing 2 or 3 pieces, but yeah, we're gonna do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I know it's just 2 or 3, but I mean I love it so much. Like I cannot stop with bacon. Bacon's like my favorite. You can put it on anything you want. Okay, so we're just gonna go pour them apart. I don't think this board's long enough. I gotta go invest in a bigger cutting board. That's what I need. There we go, now do this. So here goes all the bacon. So now we're just gonna go cut it in like little cubes. something like that. Okay, so actually I'm going to grab a thing for the bacon because I'm actually going to go throw this on and I'm going to fry it up. So we're just going to get this already ready. I'll put this right here. Oop, there we go. Okay, so we got like little tiny square cubes. Just going to do that. Break them up, throw them inside. Slice this up a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna try this because I don't know if this will help. Oh yeah, it's so much better. Okay. We're just gonna have to wash the knife afterwards, but it's okay. I don't know why I wasn't using that at first. Sometimes I use that chef knife for pretty much anything. Like I love using the chef knife. You can use it for many different types of like meat and fruits and of course chopping. The main thing it's good for. Just gonna break it up. We're gonna go fry this pretty soon. It's gonna smell nice and good in my place. Can't go wrong with bacon. Bacon is one of my favorites. Oh, that is so much better. Oh, I don't know why I did not start using this. There we go. Get that one chopped up. There we go. So we got a bunch of nice little cuts. Don't mind my glove. I gotta get better gloves. These are my girlfriend's that kind of ripped down below because her hands were small. Mine are huge, so it's kind of a bad time trying to get them on. So I gotta get the right cooking gloves. Alright, so now we have our bacon all chopped up. So I am going to pause this and then we're going to go move over to the stove. I'll see you there. Alright, so I just made it to my stove. So we're going to go let this cook a little bit. We're going to start frying it. Getting this ready to go. I'm just going to move them around. There you go, try to separate them. But I'm going to let you know whenever I start cooking this and when it starts really to fry, then I'm going to resume this. But thank you. Right now, I just wanted to say right now as I am doing that, I'm going to get this open and we're going to get ready to start cutting that down and getting it all ready. I'm going to go use a different cutting board, so I just use this. We're going to go wash our knife. And then we're going to go use this cutting board right here. We're going to use this for the big meat. So I cannot wait, and I will see you pretty soon. Okay, so now that we're sizzling a little bit, get all these nice little pieces chopped up. So you can tell they are kind of like little square pieces. We're going to let it shrivel up a little bit. Or kind of, I might just let it cook the way it is. I'm not going to completely cook them since they'll be in a crock pot for a while. We're going to just let them cook down a little bit more so we're getting progress. So as I'm doing this, I'm not going to try and make the video too long, but as you can tell, we're going to cook this up and then we're going to go move straight over to that roast. So I cannot wait. Let's get it started. So now that we got all that bacon cooked, we're going to get into this. I cannot wait until we do this. I'm excited because this is a big piece of meat. Looks good. Okay, so I feel like some sort of like, I guess that's fat. I don't think that's a bone. Okay. So first, let me see. Let's just go cut this down. Let's cut away from all the fat. This definitely seems like a fatty piece right here. It's all fat, it's hard. This could be used for a good stock. So we're just gonna save that to the side. Let's go cut off the fat. Just save that to the side, we'll use that. I'm gonna use that for a stock. I'm gonna try to invest more time into that. As we're doing right now, we're just cutting off all this. There's a little bit more. Okay, and you know what I'm gonna do? Cut off the meat right here. We're gonna save this for the roast. Gonna put all those fatty parts away. Now we just got left with this, so I'm going to make some cubes out of it. Just like this, we're gonna do some cubes. I feel like these should be good enough. Nice little cubes right here. So as I'm doing this, I'm going to go to my crock pot top. Now we're going to start throwing them on in. Actually, as I'm doing that, got our crock pot right here. So we are going to throw all this inside here. So let me just move this aside. Because I am going to put some flour on these, like you said, so we're gonna get that going. There goes all this. All the fresh minced garlic and everything. So we got all that in. And then we're going to start going at this again still. So now that we got all that stuff in, so we're gonna keep this to the side. You know what? Same pan with the vegetables, so it won't be too bad. This is as. I don't know if I should do small cubes like this. I think big cubes, like the bigger ones, should be good. Like, of course, I'm gonna cut this one down. We're gonna cut it like this. Nice little cubes like this. Nice little pieces. So we're just gonna throw that on one side there. See more fat, a lot more fat. I'm just gonna start cutting down, following the steam. I can kind of see the axis of how it's all laid out. I see like little divots. So we're gonna get this going. Letting the knife do its job. Here's a whole piece. There's more right here, I see. Just gonna go along the side, kind of follow the grooves. Okay. There's a little bit more right here. Okay, so now we have some fat that we can get rid of. Just gonna start cutting this down. I thought I could just take it off, but by hand, it's a little bit on there. I don't know if you guys can really see what I'm doing, but I'm just slowly starting to peel off the fat. Trying to see on the camera to see how it's looking. Just take off each little piece at a time. This is looking good. Like, I love fresh meat like this. I honestly love fabricating this a lot. Anything that has like a lot of fat like this, it's just so assuming and like so entertaining just to kind of cut the fat off. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's nice. I love like the perk tenderloin. I love doing that. So right now I'm just gonna kind of chop right here, and this is a nice fatty piece right here. I'm gonna get a little bit more off of this. We're just gonna save this fat. We're gonna make a stock out of it. Might be able to just pull it. Yeah, there you go. I pulled it. Now we can finish it off. Now that is a nice piece of fat. As you can tell, that is beautiful. We're gonna use this for a good stock. So now that we got a nice little piece right here, we're gonna throw this in. This is a good little piece. We're gonna go trim off the fat of it still, a little bit. Hopefully you can see. There we go. Getting this little bit of fat off of this piece. There with the fat. Okay, so that piece looks good. So what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna cut them into cubes. Okay, nice little cube right here. Just seeing this, it's making me hungry because I'm like, I know this is gonna taste good. This is like the first, I believe this is, what is this? A French recipe, I believe so. So I mean, it's interesting because I am ready to try this out, and just knowing that I'm making it hands-on is such a good feeling. All right, so I feel a bunch of fat and hard tissue right here, so we're just gonna chop it off. There we go. Oh, this seems really hard, so, oh yeah, all this fat right here. So there's a lot of fatty parts. We're just gonna start kind of just like going around the groove of this. Oh, there you go. One little slice and it's somewhat broke free of it, so that's good. It's kind of hard to cut it when it's like this, so we're going to try to just hold it like this, be very gentle. Slice down. Get off all that fat. We're going to add to that stock. That's going to be delicious. Okay, so we got some fats right here. This is a nice little piece we'll just throw in. I'm hoping this is an alright length video because this is going to be pretty long, so I'm hoping that I can attach it. If not, if I have a YouTube page, if there's any possible way I could possibly upload it to the YouTube page and just send you a link, or I'll talk about it. I'll see what happens with it. There's actually a lot of fat on this piece. I'm being very gentle just because it's hard to grip it. So I'm being very gentle. I'm just going to chop this off real fast. Because this seems like it's all fat. So we're just going to go toss this in the fat pile. chop off more of the fat. Good. I just have a little bit right here. We can just pull right off. And look at that. That's looking good. There we go. Chop this little piece off. We're gonna add that. And then that looks like a good piece of meat. So we're gonna keep doing that throughout the whole process of this. We're just gonna keep cutting off little chunks. That's what I was gonna do. This is a nice little fatty piece right here, I could just tell. So all of this is pretty much the fat. So we could just get off all the meat as we can. Looks like there's a little opening right here for this. I fill it. There you go, nice little piece. Honestly, this is just falling apart, so I could just kind of rip it off. There you go, nice little piece right here too for the fat. Cut that right off. And then we have this little tiny piece out of it, so that's not bad. The rest of it's going to the fat. Honestly, this piece seems pretty good. Don't really need to do nothing to that. And here is some fat parts. Okay. Next, just gonna slice down like this. There we go. A little bit of fat right here, a little tiny piece. Okay. Now I see a little line right here, so I'm just gonna follow the line. There we go. Cut this in half. We're gonna add it to the cubes. Okay, so I definitely see all this fat. So we're just gonna go around the line. Start slicing this. Use this to fat pile. Get off a little bit more of this. This is not too bad cutting it. First time ever cutting something like this. Seems like this is all fat right here. Yes, it was actually. It was all fat. That's a good looking piece. We still have these big ones, so let's just get it started. This honestly has more fat than what I thought it would have. This definitely has a lot of fat. There we go. Just chopping all of this off on the top. Don't want to cut off any of the good meat. I'm just going to cut off the fat. Get it started. Once you get it started, you can kind of just pull it back, lift up a little bit, start slicing. There we go. Getting off all that fat. Just gonna cut this in half like this, and then we're gonna just slice off the fat right here. There's all that fat. Still a good bit of meat right here, but we can save this. Peel that off, and that looks like a pretty decent piece of meat. Cut this in cubes. There we go. This is looking really good on this side. This side, we're gonna have to cut off a little bit more fat, but it's not too bad. Just go right through it. I feel like that's the best way to do it. Just be gentle. So cut very, very thin. Let the knife do its job. There we go. This is looking pretty good. So we're just gonna cut her in cubes. Maybe cut these bigger ones. We can cut them down a little bit more. There we go. Oh, this is looking pretty good. Cut this down a little bit more. Go over good cubes. Last piece. Just gonna try to get underneath that. Get to the side. I feel like going to the side kind of helps just loosen it up because you get all the angles of it. There you go. I gotta just remember, just put the top of it in because the top of the knife is the sharpest. And then just start slicing. There we go. Getting this all cut off. Here's a nice fatty piece. Actually, wait, I could cut off a little bit more of this. We could throw this in the good pile. The non-fat pile. So there goes the fatties, and here goes this. So this side is looking better. Just getting a little bit more of this off. All this fat is just coming right off. Throw it inside here. If it's not going to keep sticking to my glove. There we go. Just this little piece left. There we go. This piece is actually looking a lot better than the rest of them. Oh, here goes a nice piece. Okay. So this is all fat. Feels very hard. I'm just gonna cut this down. And this is like a fatty part. Like this stuff is very hard to rip apart. I'm just gonna try to get all this meat off of the fat as much as we can. I think that's all we're gonna get. I'll go more in detail whenever I'm done with this to get off all the fat. I can still do it right here. There we go, perfect. There we go, and this is definitely going to the fat pile. So now that we got this off, we have one more side to go. This is it. It's a nice fatty piece. This all falls hard on top of this side too, so we're just gonna kind of just go around the groove. There we go. Now we just have this little piece right here. So far, this project is very interesting, I gotta say. Learning all these new ways of cooking is definitely a good adventure in this project. So just keep holding the fat, start slicing down. It's definitely a lot more tender sort of meat. Go. There's in a good pile. This is going to be the fats. A little more right here. I can feel a groove. There we go. Now for this last piece, I want to bring out a tool I just bought and I'm excited to use, and it is a nice little cleaver. I bought this, so I want to give it a try. In 1 second, I actually didn't even open this yet. But here we go. Nice little cleaver, so we're gonna actually use this to kind of chop the meat. Oh, that is so good. Nice old cleaver, but I gotta admit, this is a lot better. But I mean, that cleaver is good for breaking down bones, I believe so. So it's like a heavy duty knife, so I cannot wait to use that. I'm gonna use that for some parts of the fabrication of the whole chicken again, which I cannot wait. Alright, so sorry about that. I guess my phone ran out of storage because I had a lot of stuff on it, so it ended like a little bit through the video. But right now we got our bowl. We're gonna go throw all of the meat inside. Gonna get all of that inside. And we're gonna go flour it, which I do have some. Where it's at. Here it is. This is organic blend flavor flour I meant. So we're just gonna go through this in. Just gonna cover the top of it. Really get all that flour on it, which is never a bad thing to get flour on stuff like this. So we're really gonna coat it in. Just like this. Make sure we see no more red really. This is going to be really good and I cannot wait to try it. Piece fell out. Alright, so now that we got all of this floured, we're going to go throw this in with the crock pot. And then I am going to just put the wine in. I'm going to let it simmer down into it. I'm going to let it just sit there for a little bit. I'm gonna my one chef from live casino, he told me to just throw in the chicken and everything, make it get golden brown a little bit, and then throw in the wine and then simmer down. So I'm gonna do something like that. So yeah, we're gonna get this started. The whole prep progress took a little bit, but it's gonna be worth it. Can't wait to try it. All right, so here we go. We're just gonna throw this in here. Just grab all of it. Toss it in. It's all floured up. It's looking really good so far. Nothing's even in it, but still looks good. Okay, so now that we have this in, we're gonna go kind of gordon it like a little bit before we throw in the wine. So I will keep you on a tablespoon of tomato paste, and then we got some bacon. We're gonna go shake her out over here. Just gonna go pick it up and get it in the pan. There's all the bacon and everything. I'm gonna go stir it up a little bit. Mix it around. Everything is already smelling really good. Stirs all that. So now I'm going to crack open our wine, and then we're gonna go pour some of it. So we got our wine. All right, now we're gonna just pour it in. This is 750, so we're just gonna go pour all of this in. Full bottle. There you go. Oh, it smells so good. I cannot wait to try this. So the whole bottle is gone. We're gonna go let this simmer down for a while. We're gonna put it on high. And then whenever most of it's simmered down, we're gonna go throw in some of that beef broth. So I can't wait. So a quick little update. I've been letting this simmer a little bit. All that red wine, it smells good inside here. I'm gonna wait until it simmers down a lot more. And then I'm going to add the beef broth to it. And then I'm gonna add the thyme, and I'm gonna add the bay leaves too close to the end because I really don't need them in that much right now. Yeah, it's smelling good. Just gonna mix everything together, push it all together. Try to get everything in those liquids. There we go. All that looks great. Smells good. I love the way red wine smells. It always smells so good. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm going to start scooping this stuff out since it's been cooking in there, and I'm actually gonna start throwing in here that I cooked the bacon in with all the fat. I completely forgot to cook it separately, so that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start scooping them out. I'm gonna start frying them, put them in the bowl, and then put them right back in here. And then whenever all this simmers down a little bit more, I might actually take scoops of the red wine and start throwing it in with this as I'm simmering it down. So I'm gonna go do that, and I will let you know the progress when I'm all done doing that. So I am back on this. I'm just gonna take a bunch of random stuff, throw it in here. I figure this mistake can easily be fixed. We're just gonna scoop it up in here. All the stuff, all the ingredients together. By the way, that red wine, it is like changing to like a pinkish color right now. But I'm gonna take some of these liquids and I'm gonna infuse it with this as I'm cooking them, browning them. So we're gonna take a bunch of these. We're gonna mix them all together. And we're gonna fry them. I know I should have done them separately, but I kind of messed up. I was just so excited about this whole process to the point I completely forgot about it. I'm just gonna try to get out some of this red wine. We're gonna go throw some of it in here. Now we're gonna try to just cook it with it and simmer it down in it. Gonna at least cover the bottom of it. This is looking really good. Got one more. Here we go. Alright, now we're gonna go pour this on. I think I might have added a little bit too much liquid. Let's go see. It's looking good. There we go. And then I'm gonna let that simmer a little bit. I'm gonna brown it up. So we're gonna let all that infuse into the meat and everything. I'm gonna grab me a lid for it, and then we're gonna get this going because it's really smoky right now. But I'm actually starting to crisp it up. with the red wine. I figure because the red wine's just gonna kind of just simmer down, and my other chef for my job told me like that I should do it like kind of just simmer down the red wine before I add the beef broth. So it is simmering up. It is infusing together. I got the rest of the stuff inside that bowl, so I'm gonna go switch this back to the pot pretty soon. It's honestly smelling really good, and I cannot wait until I see the final results for this. Alright, now I forgot to add the vinegar, so it's just 1 ounce, so about 1 second. One, and there. I feel like that's enough. Forgot to add up, but it's okay. I'm using the red wine vinegar mixed with the red wine, so I mean I figure it should taste alright still. Mix it around. Then now I'm going to add my 1 cup of broth. So I'm going to add 2 cups of this beef broth. This is a 1/2 cup measuring cup. So we're going to add 2 of those. I'm making a mess over here. Happens. We're going to add it all on top. Add another one. There we go, right to the rim. There we go. Now I'm going to put on a row. And we're going to just let it simmer down. I'm going to follow the rest of the instructions. So I just added a thyme, and I added the 2 bay leaves. And it's smelling really good. Looks nice too. Okay, so I just checked. All the leaves are kind of just like off of it. So we're going to go take them out. And it's looking good, and it's smelling really good. So this is the final product. I just made some rice. And I threw everything on top. Everything tastes perfect. Got the mushrooms, the carrots, all that. It looks wonderful.